We start in a male prison where inmates are working out. Shortly after, an alarm sounds signaling all inmates to return to their cells. An inmate has blackmailed Sam, a prison guard, into delivering contraband. He threatened to expose Sam if he didn't comply, warning that Sam would end up in the same prison and be under his control. Feeling threatened, Sam attacks the inmate but gets badly beaten, resulting in a cut on his face. He is later taken to the doctor to check for a concussion and to get stitches. When asked what happened by Tim and other guards, Sam lies, saying the inmate had been giving him trouble for a while. He claims he only asked the inmate to return to his cell, but the inmate responded with "make me." Sam says he asked again, and when the inmate didn't comply, he pushed the inmate, who then grabbed him and headbutted him. But in self-defense, Sam struck the inmate with a nightstick. For his safety from other inmates, it is agreed that Sam will be transferred to the tower. Few days later, we see Sam on the roof. He notices suspicious activity in the yard and uses the prison telescope to get a closer look. A fight breaks out among the inmates, prompting Sam to push the emergency alarm. The guards retrieve their tear gas and position themselves along the roof. As the fight continues, several inmates are hit by tear gas. When the fight persists, the guards fire warning shots, causing the inmates to lay on the ground. But then Sam spots two inmates attack a black inmate. But Sam accidentally hits the black inmate. The guards, fully geared, enter the yard and start binding the inmates one by one. Meanwhile, Sam, still on the rooftop, realizes his mistake. Warden Mills, along with guards Ed Simmons and Tim, discuss the shooting. Tim defends Sam, but Gordon Mills, angered, demands to know why Sam was in the tower and where he should be sent next. Tim explains that due to the previous incident where Sam was attacked and injured, they thought it best to separate him from the inmates. Ed suggests reassigning Sam to the receiving or discharge department or to driving the perimeter. Tim continues to defend Sam, questioning the need for his reassignment. However, Warden Mills orders Sam to be relocated to the women's prison. Despite objections from Ed and Tim and calls for a lockdown, we follow Sam after his transfer to the women's prison. As he stands aside to let the female inmates pass, they make enticing moves on him, with some even holding their chests and suggesting they need searching. Inmate Cherry takes notice of Sam as she enters the classroom. Miriam Glusky catches the overly friendly interaction between Sam and Cherry and demands to know who sent Sam to the women's prison. He explains it was for his own protection after an incident at the male prison. Mayim warns him that the female inmates are no different from the male inmates and will try to use him. During her lesson on human evolution, Cherry uses a mirror to watch Sam, who stands at the back of the classroom. In the break room, the guards discuss the differences between the men's maximum security prison and the women's prison. Sam jokingly remarks that today felt like a vacation compared to the men's prison, which he likens to a jungle. Other guards warn him to wait and see what happens after the women are put to bed. They tell him the inmates will cry, tell fake stories to get his attention, and complain about guards watching them as they change clothes. They explain the unique dangers of the women's prison and advise Sam to act like a robot, following all the rules precisely. At bedtime, they proceed to lock each cell one by one until discovering an inmate with a confiscated phone. Sam is then instructed to lock the next cell, where he encounters Cherry, who pretends to be reading a magazine. Checking in with her, he asks if she's all right. She responds positively, requests Cherry's cell to be closed, and continues with his duties. The following day, Sam is standing by the classroom door as the inmates pass by. One inmate intentionally pushes Cherry into him. She grabs his Jacobs and says, "I'll see you tonight." A female guard tells him to get his head out of his straight, otherwise these ladies are going to take advantage of his desperation. That same night, as Sam instructs inmates to turn off their bunk lights, he approaches Cherry's cell and discovers her exposed. Sam is deeply affected by his emotions as he continues to gaze at her. Unbeknownst to them, everything is being recorded on camera. The next day, he is in the control room when Cherry starts to behave oddly. As he approaches, she feigns a pain in her flank so that she can be escorted to the infirmary, but on the way she drags Sam under the stairwell, which is unmonitored by cameras and is apparently a popular hookup spot. Sam tries to resist for all of 5 seconds but quickly succumbs, as if proving that he's totally unfit for the position. They discuss Uganda. After that, Cherry gets all praying mantis, stabs Sam multiple times in the neck, and then screams for help, making it seem like he attacked her and she defended herself. She then crawls out of the stairwell screaming for help, seemingly trying to make it appear that she survived an attack from the guard and that her killing was justified. What we can say is Sam's nativity and lack of experience made him vulnerable to the inmates, who are often seasoned and desensitized to the violence. Thanks for watching.